What is up, people of the internet? It is me, Real American Politics, back in with a new video. And folks, we got a major development happening in the New Hampshire Senate race. According to RCP, Don Bolduc is surging as we speak. Now, I know on paper, the aggregate has Hassan up by 5.8%. But in a little bit, I'll show you what I'm talking about. Folks, strap in. This is a ball game. Don Bolduc has a legitimate shot of winning the New Hampshire Senate race. Now, before I continue, I hope you enjoy these type of videos. If you do, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, hit the little bell, follow the mysterious Twitter account in the description down below, and join the channel today. That is right, folks. For just 10 cents a day, you can join Real American Politics. Only 10 cents. That is such a great deal, and I recommend you join as it helps support the daily content. That's right, folks, the daily content. Don't we all love that daily content? So I recommend you join today. All right, folks. So like I said in the intro, New Hampshire Senate race potentially being a Republican victory. This may seem crazy, and the aggregate itself shows Hassan up by around 5.8%. But there's two factors to consider. Number one, when you account for only likely voter polls, right? Pollsters like Trafalgar and Data for Progress that have at least 600 likely voters. This lead is more like a 5-point lead for Hassan. So alone a 1-point shift towards Bolduc. Plus when you adjust for sample size, all that good stuff, it's roughly a 5-point lead for Bolduc. Or I should say Hassan, not Bolduc. Not yet. We're not there yet, folks. But here's the other thing. I've done a video on this in the past about how I like how I like RCP handling projections this year. In the past, they just used polling data, and that's how they projected it. Now, they're using polling data, yes, but accounting for past errors. This is the number one thing I love about RCP this cycle. It's not what 538's doing with its bullshit, factors, fundamentals that don't even matter to elections. Like, fundraising usually doesn't matter for elections. That type of stuff doesn't matter. And what RCP has done is like, okay, for example, Ron Johnson in the state of Wisconsin is leading by around 3 points. In the past, polls have underestimated Republicans, for federal elections at least, by 4.5 points the last couple of cycles. So in reality, if you look at the RCP aggregate, adjust polling average, it would be more like Johnson plus 7. That's what I'm talking about with the adjusted polling average. But on top of that, you look at New Hampshire, Hassan may be up by 5.8%, but look at this. The polling has underestimated Republicans by 5.8%, 19 days prior to Election Day. Again, so it's accounting for how many days it's been before the election. So it's not just the last-second polls. Like, for example, in New Hampshire in 2020, sure, the poll, or I should say 2016, sure, the polls were basically dead on in the state of New Hampshire, though there was some bad polls, obviously. But you go back to, October 20th, they had Clinton up by 8. So this is what I like about their system. They're not putting their bias into it. They're just using hard data they had from the past. And, well, it shows the adjusted polling average on October 20th has New Hampshire tied. That is big. And the fact of the matter is, they actually have New Hampshire voting to the right of both Georgia and Arizona. Now, will that happen? I don't think so. But the fact of the matter is, they have New Hampshire voting to the right of Georgia and Arizona. And again, New Hampshire is a fairly critical state for the Republicans, not because of a majority. At this point, Republicans are getting that majority. They're going to win Nevada, they're going to win Pennsylvania, and they're going to win Wisconsin. Those are the three you need to get to 51. And again, Wisconsin, that's quite easy. Pennsylvania, Oz, I think, is going to win by 2 points or so. Nevada, they even have Laxalt by a 0.5 point. So, with all that in mind, New Hampshire, all it does is this. adds to a potential supermajority in the future. Again, a filibuster-proof majority in 2024 is 100% possible if Republicans end up with 54 Senate seats. Now, if they get 55 somehow, you're talking about, at this point, it's probably a guarantee they get a filibuster-proof majority in 2024 based on the map and all that stuff. But again, how do you get 54? Well, you win Nevada, Arizona, Georgia, Pennsylvania also. But if you pick off New Hampshire, that's 54. And that's huge. If we get a filibuster-proof majority in 2024, we're going to be able to potentially save this country for a long time. Like, we're going to have the supermajority for maybe 2 years, whatever. But we're still going to be able to pass whatever we want, since we're going to also have a huge House majority. We're going to have Donald Trump as president in 2024. I think that's quite clear at this point. Trump is going to win 2024 at this point, barring some health concerns or whatever. But with all that in mind, a filibuster-proof majority is huge. So that's what I'm saying, folks. This is big news that New Hampshire, which again, this is based on RCP's data. They have them up by 5.8%, or Hassan up by that. But when you adjust for past errors, 2016 and 2020, and even you can look at the Senate race in 2016. Look at this. October 20th, they had Hassan up by 2. Reality, she won by 0.2%. Now, we could talk about what happened in New Hampshire in 2016, but I'm just going to stay out of it. Enough of that. But when you count for everything, folks, New Hampshire, it appears it's trending a bit Republican. I mean, look at the past month. Even you look at the trends. A month ago, you had New Hampshire about a 9.8 point victory for Hassan. Now you have a good pollster like Trafalgar, has them down by only 3%. Fabrizio down by 7%. So there is a trend happening in the RCP aggregate. Again, only look at RCP for aggregates. It's still not the best, and RCP is doing a great job with adjustments. It's not perfect, but it's significantly better than the crap at 538. And I'm going to show you. Alright, sorry for that quick cut there. I had to quickly pull this up. And you can see here what I mean. Hassan has an 83% chance of winning the Senate election. They project she's going to win by around 6%. Really? Sure, on paper that's the same as RCP, but when you adjust for past polling errors, that's about a 6% difference. And again, this idea that they have an 83%, if you say 70%, fine. Not 83%. And of course, you look at this, it's just like, what? You're telling me it's more likely that Hassan wins by more than 10 percentage points than it is for Bolduc to even win. Yeah, right. Stop with this nonsense. And this is what I'm telling people. Ignore freaking 538. Only look at RCP. And again, is it because my candidate, or I should say my preferred candidate, is winning? Yes, there could be a bias to that. I'm just saying, the data in RCP is less partisan, makes more sense because they're actually using history, and it's not 538. So there's that. Anyways, folks, thank you so much for watching this quick video. If you did enjoy, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, hit the little bell, follow that Twitter account in the description down below, and join the channel today. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you guys in the next video. Godspeed to all of you.